Hello, back to Left in the Past. I'm back to another video. Today I'm back at Mount. Hello, back to Left in the Past. I'm back to another video. Today I'm back at Mount Zion Cemetery to visit the grave of Isaac Peeples. Isaac was the son of David Franklin Peeples and Ellen Shelton Kane. Isaac married Leona Ratcliffe on April 1st, 1917 in Murray County, Georgia. During Isaac's life, there was a big accident that happened at a sawmill. I'm not exactly sure if he worked at the sawmill as an employee or if he owned the sawmill, but there was an accident that led to Isaac losing his arm. And they buried Isaac's arm in a separate grave a few feet away from where he is resting now. And a little bit more history about the Peeples family. Isaac and Leona's children and grandchildren now own Peeples Funeral Home in Chatsworth, Georgia, and one of their sons owned Julian Peeples Funeral Home in Dalton, Georgia. But now I'm going to go visit the grave of Isaac and his arm. And right here is the grave of Isaac Peeples. March 13th, 1897 to June 20th, 1976. And Isaac, like I mentioned before, lost an arm in a sawmill accident. And buried right next to him on the right is his wife, Leona Peeples, born February 19th, 1901, and passed away September 9th, 1979. And I found, whenever I was doing research, I found a newspaper article, a pretty old one, that was really interesting to read. It was about Leona herself and their 12 children. Because what she did was canned food, and she canned over 30,000 cans of food. And after I show all these graves, I will actually read the newspaper article for you guys because I thought it was very interesting. So I know that y'all will find that interesting as well. Here's a picture of what the newspaper article looks like. And after I show the rest of the graves here, then I'll read that for you guys. But on the left of Isaac right here is Nina Peeples, the wife of their son, Henry Peeples. Henry was born March 14th, 1918 and passed away September 15th, 1991. And Nina was born June 7th, 1918 and passed away November 18th, 1998. But for the main grave that y'all are here to see, the arm of Isaac Peeples is actually right over here in a little grave by itself. Right here. It's hard to see now, but it says the arm of I.M. Peeples. I'll pop a picture up of what it says just a little bit better. I'll definitely need to come back and clean this stone off just to make it easier for people to read. I'm sure many people has walked up here and walked past that grave thinking it could just be another gravestone or even a baby grave. But really, it's an arm. That's definitely not something that you see every day. I have made a video of an arm before at the Stanley Cemetery up in Blue Ridge, Georgia. I'll have a link to that video in a card above, so check that video out after this one if you haven't already, because it's definitely an awesome video as well. But I just think that's very interesting that there's an arm buried here. I'm not exactly, like I mentioned before, I'm not exactly sure if he worked at the sawmill or if he owned it. And I'm not sure what the accident was that happened that led to his arm being cut off. And the reason why I'm guessing why the arm is so far away from him, because I'm sure after his arm was cut off, they probably just buried it right away. And then after he passed away, they buried him over there, I'm guessing they bought a little family lot right there, and that's why the arm is so far away from them. But I just think that is very, very interesting. I go visit Isaac's grave one more time. And this right here is Isaac's parents, David Franklin Peeples and his mother, Ellen Peeples. David was born August 1st, 1862 and passed away July 2nd, 1927. And Ellen was born April 28th, 1861 and passed away April 29th, 1937. And Sarah Peeples, this is Isaac's sister right here. She was born December 10th, 1894 and passed away December 19th, 1954. And this right here is Paul Peeples, which is Isaac and Leona's son. He was born January 29th, 1934 and passed away April 22nd, 1986. And something cool about this, as you can tell from the front, it's flat and it's cut really nice. But on the back, it's just a big rock that they just cut. I think that is really, really awesome. That is definitely not something that you see every single day in most cemeteries. Just a rock that they just cut in half like that. That is really awesome. But now I'm going to tell and read the little newspaper article that I found over Leona, so I hope y'all will enjoy that as well. Miss Peeples of Chatsworth probably has used a community cannery more than any other woman in North Georgia. Since the canning plant began high school in 1935, Miss Peeples has canned some 30,000 cans of fruits, vegetables, and meats. In fact, she has used the facilities of this cannery so much her husband has jokingly been threatening to buy a complex cannery and operate it at their home 2 miles south of Chatsworth. Miss Peeples averages canning about 1,500 cans each season, figuring 360 eating days in a year. This gives her about 4 cans of good food to open each day. But considering the fact that Miss Peeples is the mother of 12 children, this is not an excessive amount of canned food, she says. Her children range in ages from 9 to 35 years old. Just because 8 of them are married does not mean much difference at the table, Miss Peeples says. You see, they all come back for visits, she points out. And operation at the Murray County, most of them are soon bringing 2 or 3 other little mouths to feed. Not long ago, Miss Peeples sent her son in Korea several cans of food which she painstakingly prepared. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that little newspaper article. I thought it was very, very cool. Okay, that's me all for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy that video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. Also, subscribe down below if you haven't already, because it's free and it helps me out a lot. So definitely do that if you haven't already. I hope you did enjoy the little story I was able to tell for you guys about Isaac, as well as Leona here at the end. I thought it was very, very awesome, and always neat to see a grave that's not of a person, but of like an arm. That's just very interesting to look at and just see. So I hope y'all enjoyed it as much as I did. But with all that said, I hope you'll have a great day. But this adventure is left in the past.